Hi, I'm Scott from the Rio Grande Tech Team, and today I'm going to show you how to upload your own STL files into 2Shapes. So let's get started. Okay, so we are in 2Shapes, and to upload your own STL file, you'll want to click into the Designer tab, and from there we're going to click on the Elements section, and then click on the icon here that says Static. 2Shapes considers your STL files to be static elements because they were not created in 2Shapes. They cannot be changed once they've been uploaded. So any changes to the model that would need to be done in your CAD software. So to upload your own STL file in, up here at the top right, this up arrow, you'll click that to upload, navigate to the place where you have it saved, and double click. Now, it will take a little while to upload because it's uploading the file to your 2Shapes cloud, and it's also doing a rendered image as the thumbnail. You can see that the files that I've uploaded here have a kind of rendered image, so it's all doing that in the background. And one thing I want to touch on really quick is that on some of your files you may get this message that says file is not printable. It's using an algorithm similar to support software for 3D printing that will look at a file for any kind of irregularities in the CAD model. You may have to do a test print to make sure that everything's okay, but if you're confident in the file, just ignore this. It's mainly just playing it safe. So while that uploads, we're going to use one of the other ones. We're going to use this engagement ring here that I did earlier in the year, and I'll show you how to get it ready to upload it to your store. So I'm going to navigate back to the Designs section at the top here, and I'm going to add a new design by clicking the orange plus sign. Give your new file a name, and once it's created, go ahead and click into it to open it up. Now I need to add that ring in there, so I'm going to click on the plus sign to add an element, navigate to my static elements, and select that piece. There we go. So you'll notice with this file that it is set up for manufacturing. The prongs are much longer to allow the setter to have extra room if they need it. So this is ready to be 3D printed, cast, and set. However, one thing you need to be aware of when you're adding your own STL files is that there will not be a price on your store. This will most likely say price on request, because the way 2Shapes does its pricing is it's drawing from the weight of the metal, but also the stones, and including your markups and so forth, to have a final price on your store. Now, because with a model like this, we were using stones in another CAD program, it's not going to have that stone pricing information you would have in 2Shapes to create a full final price. So just be aware that on your store it will say price on request. So now that we've got this uploaded in here, I need to go ahead and click Save to save this design. And now that it's been saved, I can hit the back button to go back into my designs. Now, because this is a manufacturing model, the thumbnail that it's giving us is that same model. You can see on my other designs, these are kind of nicer rendered images. So how do we get a more attractive thumbnail in there if we're going to be adding it to our store? Well, I'll show you how. So on this design, click on the Information tab. And in here, just gives some basic information about the model itself. But what we're concerned with is up here at the top, this featured image button. So go ahead and click on that. And then we can add a featured image from here. So if you have a rendered image that you did in the CAD software where that ring was created, here's where you can add it. So here's a rendered image I did of that same ring, and once I've uploaded it, I can click Close, and now this will be the thumbnail for this ring. In the background, it will actually be this manufacturing model, but what the customer will see is this nice finished looking rendered image. So once I get that uploaded, you'll want to make sure to click the Save button on the top right here. Gives you a notification that it's been saved, and now I can go back to my designs. Now you'll notice I have my nice rendered image as my thumbnail, but when I click into the file, we actually have the manufacturing model. So there we go. And from here, I can actually still export it as an STL file. So if you want to, most likely if you're uploading this from somewhere else, you'll have it stored. But just in case, you can actually export it from here. So you'll want to click on the download button. And this is where you'll actually export this as an STL file. So just click on one of these boxes, and that will export it back out so you can send it over to your support software for 3D printing. So that's pretty much it. That's a quick way of adding your own STL files and adding an attractive thumbnail. So this is ready to be added to our store. The only thing we would need to do is, currently it's classified as a work in progress, so I would click on that to turn it to ready, and now I can add it to one of my collections in my store. So if you have any questions about this process, feel free to give us a call.